Your results don't match your goals. They match your standards every single time. Standards are what you actually tolerate, not what you say you want. You want to know why your life looks the way it does right now? Don't look at your goals. Look at what you tolerate, because that's the real standard. Now let's define what standard actually is, because I think a lot of men confuse standards with goals. A goal is something you want. A standard is something you live. Goals are aspirational and standards are operational. Your standard is what you tolerate. It's what you accept from yourself when nobody's watching. It's what you repeat, not what you intend, but what you actually do repeatedly every day. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Every man has a standard, but it's just not always the standard that he admits to publicly. The guy that says he wants to get in shape but skips training 3 times a week. His standard is 3 times a week in consistency. That is what he is reinforcing, inconsistency. That's what his body will reflect. This isn't judgment. I was that man for a long time. My standard was good enough sleep, good enough nutrition, good enough training, and my results were exactly that. Good enough. Mediocre, I would say. Forgettable. The day I decided to rise my standards, not my goals, but my day-to-day standards, my daily habits, everything shifted, everything changed for me at that point. Let me give you an example of what a high and a low standard look like. This is where it gets practical. Low standard, skipping the gym because you are tired. High standard, you go to the gym because it's part of your routine and it's structured, discipline. Low standard, eat whatever is convenient. High standard, your meals are planned for the week already because on Sunday you meal prep because there's no guesswork here. You're prepared. Low standard, staying up till 12 p.m. scrolling on your phone. High standard, going to bed on time at a set schedule because you know that's your standard and that's what you're willing to tolerate, and that's what's going to get you to your goals. Low standard, saying yes to everything and protecting no time for development. High standard, your training, your eating, your quiet time, your journaling, your reading. Again, all of that is high standard. Now you see the difference? It's not dynamic, it's not extreme. It's just clarity on what you really want for yourself and what you need to be doing during the day. Here's the thing about standards that nobody really talks about. Every time you break a promise from yourself, you take a hit. Your self-respect takes a hit. Not a big dynamic crash, a small one. You say you're going to train Monday, you don't. You tell yourself it's fine, but somewhere in your mind, a note is being taken. A pattern is being formed. A pattern is being established. Your brain is keeping score. And over time, if you keep consistently breaking your own word, you can actually stop believing you're the kind of person that follows through. That's not a motivational problem. That's a trust issue. You stop trusting yourself. And the way you rebuild that trust back is the same way you rebuild any type of trust, through consistency. Small promises made, small promises kept. And over the evidence is undeniable. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart. From everything you do flows from it. I think about that in the form of standards. What you allow in your life, your habits and your environment, and your patterns. That shapes your heart. Guard what is good. This hit me hard during my transformation. I realized I had been very disciplined with my standards of comfort. I was protecting my ease, my convenience, my right to rest when I wanted. I had high standards for comfort and low standards for growth. And my life reflected the exact same balance. The shift was deciding that the standard of who I was becoming was greater than the standard of me living a comfortable life at that moment. Rise your standards quietly. Let your life get louder. You don't need to announce a new standard. You don't need to post about it. You just need to decide, what will I no longer accept from myself? And then hold the line privately, consistently, without applause. The results will speak eventually. They always do. This week, pick one standard and raise it. Just one. Your training schedule, your diet, your sleep. Pick one of those, define the standard, and go for it. And please comment which standard you're following this week. What standards are you raising? Drop in the comments. See you Friday.